Hello tất cả mọi người, giờ là mình. Thì hôm nay chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục với Zenless Zone Zero. Giờ có một tuyến mà. Ok, còn nhiều nữa chúng ta bắt đầu thôi. Mình mới có cái mic mới, mọi người nghe thấy khác. Ok, thì mình cũng chuyển qua tay cầm chơi. Với sự chuyện chim nhại không bây giờ không đẹp với nhau, có bắt vui rồi không? Em cô ấy gặp mặt đi. Ok, những câu chuyện tập trung và em sẽ hẹn thời gian quý vị ở ngay trước đi để tình của em.
Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian dễ thương ghê chứ. Very.
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I?
Trời ơi, xin lỗi những chuyện. Hồi kết đêm chung vùi nước mắt vào quá khứ phần 2. Và phần 1 là cái kỳ trước vậy.
When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in.
Okay.
I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
Tư thế gì cơ?
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month. Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Hôm nay có chuyện cần tìm tôi sao?
You're here super early today, Vivian. Is there something urgent?
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family, but I haven't found the source yet.
Có khi nào là Hartman?
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him, some relate to his struggles, and Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Topps is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Giống như nổi tiếng với Kindle thì những người nổi tiếng khác sẽ ít đụng tới. Đó là điều bình thường, ảnh hưởng tới danh tiếng của mình tốt. Liệu coi đó muốn loại bỏ Hatman không?
Is someone trying to take advantage of this to get rid of both Hartman and the Ravenlocks?
I think Hartman knows this too, which is why he's completely vanished. No matter how hard I search, I can't find a single trace of him.
Cũng hợp lý mà.
Hartman must have taken the sacrifice core. Now that he holds this bargaining chip, he is definitely going to negotiate his way out of this with the Exaltists.
Chị cũng hợp lý.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow Wise for a minute?
Ok em gái.
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
Wait! Don't go outside.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
Thank goodness Vivian didn't lock out the main door. Lycon's been pacing around outside for like half an hour and scared off at least 5 customers.
Đây còn đứng ngoài cửa nửa tiếng hù dọa 5 khách chạm. 6 khách chạm.
He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian. But he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
Ok. Anh nói chuyện xem thử sao.
Sure, I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
Được thôi. Đó là cái câu. Yeah. Coi lại coi.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Dạ, buổi sáng tốt lành.
Good morning. Belle just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety.
Liên quan tới an nguy của những
However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling this with even greater calm than I am. If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides. You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you.
Cùng lấy con quay trở lại màn hình thấy viên nhắc đến nhưng không mà có biến động cảm xúc gì quá lớn.
Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just game, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Thế giờ hỏi cả Tùng.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
You're right.
Thì cộng đồng sẽ dậy sống. Bạn có chơi rồi, tôi chưa có coi.
I'm glad
Tôi
you
từng
guys
chơi.
are on the same page. But why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Nghe con ổn mà.
The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity and kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
Tôi suy nghĩ nào.
Belle, Vivian, and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake. It's not a decision we can make lightly.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins.
Cứ vẫn diễn ra khá bình thường. Đây là hội thoại. Chúc Alex tới cặp chào diễn biến, thực hiện kế hoạch hành động. Công thức cũ. Chỉ có một công thức đó thôi chỉ làm việc nổi. Anh quay có chuyện nó chụp không? Quỹ tế vẫn chưa được giải quyết. Đúng vậy. Trước mắt thông tin chúng ta nắm được về quỹ tế có di vật của Ringer, những thứ khác thì tuy nhiên tuy có thể tìm người giúp điều tra nhưng tốn rất nhiều thời gian đến hiện tại cấp bách. Hợp tác với thị trường cũng là một lựa chọn tốt. Vivian thấy sao? Vivian là một thành viên của chim nhại, có phải cô không muốn hợp tác với thị trường không? Tự nhiên bị đặt chim nhại không phải luôn chống lại quyền quý. Chim nhại hy vọng tất cả mọi người đều có thể quyền lợi bình đẳng. Tôi không thể nói là tin tưởng thị trường. Tôi cho rằng mấy là đối tượng có thể hợp tác vào giai đoạn này. Nói chuyện với thị trường trước đi. Ok, chờ tìm đi thôi. Rồi, các bạn xem. Sĩ quan đi. Rồi đẹp. Đây. Like call. Xem ra người kết nối và cô Viên đã đưa ra quyết định rồi. Nói chuyện với thị trường thử xem. Tuy nhiên rồi, xin hãy yên tâm về chuyện của quỹ tế. Thị trường cũng có cùng lợi ích với các vị. Chi bằng nói, người dân như Ryu chính là đối tượng mà chúng ta cần bảo vệ.
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
Okay.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter.
Kẻ tạo ra tấm quỹ tế đó, thành viên hoạt động Janus Landon.
Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what happened to the Exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major Exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the Exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
The leader of the Exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back. They haven't been active since. Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Lỗ hổng.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards.
Ok.
Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
Có lợi gì cho top?
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when Top steps in, taking control of the situation on their terms. The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while Tops comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards Tops. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him. And I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu. We'll do our best.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
Tôi còn có chút việc riêng phải xử lý nên xin phép đi trước. Nếu cần giúp đỡ thì cứ liên lạc với tôi bất cứ lúc nào. Ok. Tại kênh nói xong liền rời đi. Vì thanh đại nhân, chúng ta có nên xuất phát ngay bây giờ không? Bởi vì ngay bây giờ ngọn hồn. Được, vậy chúng ta xuất phát thôi. Vivian.
Good day. We fighting? Take.
You have my complete support.
Officer 148.
Tôi có ron trước rồi, nhưng mà bị lạ ra Florida.
Officer 148.
Truyện, ready.
Giờ thì tạm thời vậy chứ. Tôi sẽ lấy Vivian. Sẽ không lấy chứ, nhưng lấy số chấn thì đẹp hơn. Chứ cũng mạnh hơn. Okay.
Lord Bathan, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out...
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Tops planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops. She's an Exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me. The she I'm referring to is with the Exaltists. Someone I have a history with. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that for me, the Exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Vathan, Please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Tôi sẽ không hỏi.
Sure, I'll stop asking. What's more important than an unspoken past is the person standing in front of me now. As for everything else, we can talk about it whenever you're ready to share.
Lord Phaethon, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises.
3 tiếng. Thời gian nó có tầm chờ được 10 phút.
I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The Exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is. Allow me. I just can't shake the feeling that
Roger.
something bad is about to happen.
Initiate combine.
Vị trí ngủ đông ở đây cũng không thể. Rồi, đây là chính xác ý của tất cả tiền ngủ đông như vậy. Thì theo thử xem nào. Hy vọng tất cả những điều này sau cùng không biến thành cái ác mộng của những em đi chung.
Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but
Bạn nhỏ,
phew,
tiền,
ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. Nothing here either. Are we too late? There's... Fool, don't touch me.
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
You know what Landon did back then.
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille! Lord Phaethon, watch out! You better not tell you what that was about later.
It's futile.
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I saw it too. but I can't figure out why the Exaltist would do this.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened, and after Landon died, I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you. I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay, back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still They said Hartman had a backup plan. And that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they...
Có cái gì mà
That sounds
là
sketchy. Do you think those accidents were faked?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Vathan? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
đi đi.
Sure. Let's go together.
Cùng Vivian đến một trường Lumina gặp cùng của cô ấy. Cái thật là chuẩn bị xong rồi, chúng ta đi thập duyệt tin tức thôi. Đi ngay bây giờ.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on the internet thanks to her. Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Brad?
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain, you actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon?
Gặp lại từ. Ok.
No, I mean, you actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain, let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested in that.
Why are you all tense? Right, Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out?
Bài đăng ở đây có sao?
And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat.
Tôi biết là con mèo đen nào rồi.
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Ethan, please, let's drop this topic.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
Tiếp về thêm chuyện chủ đề.
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us. Should we get into that first?
All right, let's get down to business. Here's the Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident. Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the hollow. Then communication went dark. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? No, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life.
Okay.
I'm counting on you to save the world, guys.
Đi thôi.
Alright, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Ren vẫy tay tạm biệt rồi đi. Vivian nói việc tìm người là mối quen rất là hay. Tiếp theo Ren tiếp tục đi về phía trước.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said. That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
Hai đêm chừng quý hả? À, anh buông một đêm đi. Lâu rồi không gặp. Các thằng hãy đến nhóc con. Đúng đó, sau lần đó tôi đã làm quen với một bạn rất tốt. Lúc người bạn tôi bị bệnh cũng nhờ chủ tiệm giúp chữa trị cho nó. Không ngờ các bạn quen nhau. Vậy là sao tôi đi tìm chủ tiệm cũng có thể gặp được bạn rồi. Các bạn quen nhau à? Đúng vậy, đứa nhóc này chiêu tài mà chủ tiệm chỗ tôi làm thêm chút demo về khu thanh lý hàng giảm giá, nhưng chủ sáng ra không những từ lương như mà còn không chăm sóc tốt cho bọn buôn. Đúng vậy, người đó rất xấu. Sau đó tên nhóc này gặp sự cố nhỏ chỗ không muốn bỏ tiền sửa nên nhé. Thật là rõ ràng chỉ cần thay pin là sửa được mà. Vivian lợi hại, Vivian thay pin cho tôi, Vivian tốt bụng. Tôi chỉ giúp bạn thay pin thôi. chi phí pin này cho bạn tự tiết kiệm tiền mua mà. Tôi cũng là ta kiếm được 100 TP vừa đủ để mua pin. Rồi pin bamboo chỉ với dòng 100 TP pin không như vậy là không có sức sống thực tế, nhưng trước khi bạn phải sống khôn lanh hơn mà sao không học được chút nào vậy? Trước tôi đã học được rồi, chạm vào một điện đi xin tiền qua đường. Sao bạn học được cách kiếm tiền rồi? Tôi biết không nên một vạch trần điện đi. Hôm nay các bạn đến tìm tôi có việc gì không? Tôi rất sẵn lòng giúp đỡ. Tôi biết bạn tên lỗi khắp nơi nên hỏi xem có gặp người nào kỳ lạ không? Người kỳ lạ chính là kiểu ngồi trong yếu rất bị thương, rất hoảng sợ trốn ở nơi người đấy. Để tôi xem có đó. Sáng nay tôi thấy một ở sa mạc người đó rất giống người ở tại để nào là ngoài là bàn tay ngoài. Tên nhóc này chắc không đi xa vậy đâu, sa mạc mà có chắc là đống cát mà để con chỉ đường phía trước. Vậy thật, chúng ta phía trước xem thử đi. Tôi có giúp các bạn không? Giúp ích rất nhiều. Tốt quá rồi, tôi rất vui. Sao vậy? Nhờ giúp đỡ nữa nhé. Các bạn mau làm việc quan trọng đi. Sau này có thời gian tôi sẽ đến chơi với các bạn.
One Teddy Boo is just too cute.
Trông có vẻ đẹp.
I didn't know you helped it too.
Đống cát ở đây à?
I knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
Okay. Xem ra Ren và Bu một tên đi nó chính là anh ta. Vậy thật, đại nhân cầu lần mới không thể khai thác nhận ta liệu có phải quá khích hay không? Tôi là ta làm cậu bình thường. Tôi thử nói chuyện với anh ta xem tình hình thế nào. Tiến lên hai bước vỗ, kêu vỗ người đàn ông lúa đang rụt rẩy đó.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go. I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them.
Sao vậy?
It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me.
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out.
Cái đó nhớ là hiệu cánh bướm, một con bướm đập cánh theo bình dương tạo ra một cơn bão đâu đó. Nhớ là có cái hiệu ứng như vậy. Coi là kết cục vẫn là điên.
But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end, we're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guards. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy.
When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something, but then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't...
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of special training, Vivian. No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and cons and make a...
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
Khó mà tưởng tượng.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty... assertive.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two know each other and are actually close. You even know one Denny Boo. That surprised me. We might have crossed paths without even realizing it.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our Phaethon account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
Được đi vào lòng kiểm soát rồi này. Xong quyết định khi có bé của anh sẽ qua một xa lạ cũng có nhiều cuộc gặp gỡ như vậy. Nói chuyện rất lâu đã đến giờ ăn cơm tối.
It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
Lord Phaethon!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me, whether they knew me or not. Everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and it really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights, and not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind, and right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Vathan.
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Vathan. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say in that reply?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
You're putting my memory to the test.
So, Lord Vathan, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now, Lord Vathan. I truly like who I've become. Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Wise, you're back. Looks like Lycon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before—
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
All right, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The
Okay.
target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there.
Ok, sẽ tập hợp với chị ở tại đó.
Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Rồi. Phi thành đại nhân, cậu đã chuẩn bị xong, chúng ta xuất phát nhé. Chúng ta phải lấy lại lộ quốc tế trước khi hành mà. Chúc hành một bước xuất phát rồi.
Good day.
Only the brave will.
I'm at
You have my complete support, huh? Handmade Rena, at your service.
Ok, sẽ tiến. Chỉ còn Vivian với lại Dân ghi đủ.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Gói quý tế đang ở đâu?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltus have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you... Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... Why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of. Lord Vathan, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've mapped out a shorter route, but there will be ethereals along the way. I'll leave the fighting to you, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You're in capable hands. Don't touch me. Ethereals! Stay away from Lord Vathan! A perfect... Well done! Fool, don't touch me. Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. Let's get out of here before we're spotted. Allow me. Ambush! Let's keep moving, Lord Vathan. Leave the enemies to me, Lord Vathan.
Secure the perimeter. Watch your six. Surrender.
Rồi.
My turn. They're still over there. Looks like they're arguing. This is our chance. Let's hurry. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous. Hand over what's in the box. Or we do this the hard way.
Get resistance futile.
You sure talk big, little girl. Let's see if you can get past me first.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core. Lord Vathan, the box is empty, so Hartman never kept the core here to begin.
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Ok, bắt đầu nha, thì một dùng nó đục phía sau.
Vivian, it's been ages.
Dina!
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet. Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed?
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit.
Really? So loyal. I thought just a few words from Vivian and you'd be plotting my demise.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However, I do understand your worries.
It's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo. How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously? The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no— But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. The masterpiece Father made for the creator.
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core—
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Chuyện bọn nó có thể nghe được cứ thử. Nghe nó khó chịu mà
They
là.
shouldn't have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who brought disaster on.
Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause.
Sao tôi ghét cái loại thống não thống diện mẹ. Nó ngu cái gì. Không có não. Bây giờ chúng Ok, quay trở lại rồi thì tiếp tục thôi.
Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? You did it before, and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish. If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals. I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
Chỉ vào bây giờ xung quanh có vài tiếng nhỏ, sau đó đất cũng nguyên kiện theo những có trực năng đến Atman. Ông là đã sắp xếp họ lái xe chuẩn bị trước đưa Camille và Dina cùng rời đi.
More ethereals are coming. Around me? Too many. No chance to get out of this. Totally no. Get my trust sturdy and you'll pay. Mind and body. My turn. Secure the perimeter. Waste of time. Stay away from Lord Phaethon! There are so many.
Di Xuân.
It's ink.
Shun Palace, good fortune, close gate, safety.
Nói gì?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now!
Thank you.
Mà là chơi buồn. Chơi buồn ngại.
Finally, peace and quiet. You must be wise, right? Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Ok. Cô là
May I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan.
Di Xuân. Ông chủ đời thứ 13 của Vân Khuyên Sơn.
Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
Cô chính là điều tra viên đó sao?
So, you're the investigator the mayor mentioned.
Yes, he also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Chỉ giờ.
Guidance? What does that mean exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
Di Xuân nói xong liền rời đi, còn Vivian dường như có tâm sẽ có chút.
I'm so sorry, Lord Phaethon. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
Rời khỏi giáo hỏng trước đi.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things out later.
Vivian. It's so bad.
Lord Phaethon, are you going to rest now?
Quên tâm trạng không tốt sao?
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the hollow.
Có chuyện gì có thể nói với tôi?
If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here. Sometimes it helps to get it out.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Phaethon. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Tina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude. Allowing back then, Dina would chat with me but things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, after that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, those who got the blessing. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes. To be precise, it was an early version of the medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the... One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed become... In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck in, and just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting to... So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing. At first, Landon argued, but in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall. Lord Landon, please accept the...
Vivian,
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go!
Vivian, what's happening?
Listen to me! Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't... Father!
No, I was just...
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing to do with us. This is just what happens when you don't accept...
Vivian, was this you?
Dina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing.
I just don't want to lose my father.
You knew? If you knew what he's...
He's my father. He's all I have. Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster. So she's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that all these years she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course, or maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No, you're not the one causing trouble. Whatever went down with the Exaltist, as for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice. The Hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling the sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Cô có thể tìm tôi bất cứ lúc nào.
Not just today. Whenever you're feeling down, know that I'm here for you.
I will. It's been such a long day. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Phaethon.
Sau khi tập được Vivian trở về team của mình, thấy độ sưu tầm Vivian được bài trên này. Không có chút nào thời gian quá thế thật ở đâu mệt mỏi và cơn buồn đến bất giác thiết đi thiết đây thì đã gần trưa rồi. Anh quay lúc nãy Vivian đến tiệm, anh không có ở đây, có chuyện gì sao? Là chuyện của loại quỷ tế, loại quỷ tế đầu tiên quyết định trong thời giám sát ngày hôm đó, và lại sau đó xảy ra một số chuyện chúng ta không biết. Nếu có thể lấy được đoạn camera đó thì có thể phát hiện được manh mối đó, nên có thời gian hãy đến trung tâm thương mại luôn nha, gặp Vivian ngay bây giờ. Tại sao? Trước đó Vivian đang trao đổi thông tin với một người quen ở phòng của buổi đấu giá.
Sure. I didn't expect you to be working here.
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him.
Okay.
If it were Hugo, I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
Sau khi tạm biệt, Vivian được hỏi cùng. Vậy thì đại nhân cậu đến rồi. Một hậu bố tình làm trên một đôi tình cờ tại cha chung khác ở buổi đấu giá. Từ chỗ cô ấy, tôi biết được Google đã tìm từng lấy một cuộn băng camera và hành vi, từng có nhiệm vụ có mua cho những phải dấu. Em chỉ cần biết được thời gian cô đến đây tôi đã biết mặt bà để quản lý ở đâu. Sao cô biết? Tôi thấy của con chim nhại dùng số chiêu trò che mặt người khác để trao đổi với nhau. Không, không có một lần một khi những thiết bị mẹ với cô được qua chú chim nhỏ nhắn liên lạc với chúng tôi sau với chúng tôi không còn hạn chế tự do của chúng nữa. Tôi vừa kiểm tra định vị trong cô ấy đi băng ghi hình giám sát quỹ đạo di chuyển của trong số chúng đã đi đến ở buổi đấu giá. Trong đó nó là bay đến gần đây, quy định vị gần đây thì một phạm vi tôi nghĩ đây có là mong phim để lại cho chúng ta. Ok, nếu đó không sai thì chỗ chú chim nhỏ đó là nơi mà cung cấp bằng sao tôi không thể xác định được cuộc đời chim này. Họ lọc cùng chúng chim được chọn khi đó đều có màu đen. Vậy thành tự nhiên chúng ta đi ra tìm xung quanh đi, còn tìm thấy chú chim nào đó có thể chụp ảnh và gửi cho tôi nhìn sẽ nhận ra. Chim chọn ra lọc tốt rồi tới các việc kệ cái này của chim nó cực chụp cho đẹp. Ok, chim bánh cục nó xem là chim hơn nữa hay cũng biết đỡ như nói đỡ vì mình 3 chấm từ vì mà chơi ra không phải là tên là nói thử biết mà chơi vui biết mà đây chỉ là nó luôn. Thì nghĩa là phu những lệ phải cất giấu được không? Hoặc xem nhanh chóng xác định được chính là con quà này, nhanh chóng tới nơi tập hợp chính là nó rồi. Ok, nhưng phải tên tự nhiên có thể tìm được nhanh như vậy. Nếu ở đây thì băng ghi hình giám sát mà cất dấu nhất định trong chiếc hình này. Và kiếm mỗi nhiên tìm được một băng ghi hình nhưng nó đã bị hỏng sau khi được quay về điểm màn hình để sửa chữa nó trong ok, mọi thứ đều khá là ok đến giờ này. Cốt truyện không một chút cứ thông não phản diện mệt rồi, kiểu như nó bị đập khuôn cứ đều ghi hình sau đó là very khôi phục xác ở trung tiết và kinh nhạc. Camera đã quay được một trò chuyện với Hugo và Cam.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's...
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the Creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will... As for how things will ultimately play...
The Creator will guide me.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
Hugo, he...
Wise, why can't just send a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk to us about now?
All right, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite... With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who... The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old... This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
It seems like there's nothing left for me.
You can attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely.
Tôi sẽ đi cùng.
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other. I'll accompany Vivian.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton.
Bây giờ đi con.
If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup.
Buổi trưa mà.
I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
Liên lạc từ game Burton rồi. Anh ta nói rằng sao đó là trong bữa tiệc cần phải lưu ý điều gì. Và thứ nhất là giao việc bữa tiệc phải giao cho tôi xử lý. Tôi không về thứ đồ bất chính thì cần phải thành này. Nhưng bây giờ vẫn còn một thời gian nữa. Chúng ta xem phóng hoa tư dịch về để nghe yến tiệc không. Đầu tiên tôi ngụy trang thân phận để hành động vào buổi tiệc vì nhiệm vụ cùng học. Đi xem video vậy cùng xem đi. Tôi sẽ giải thích những chi tiết quan trọng cho cậu khi xem. Trên tối nay mình đã gấp rút học tập để nghe cuốn tiệc thấm thoát thời gian đã đến buổi chiều tối. Với tên đại nhân, Burton đã gửi vị trí đậu xe qua rồi. Chuẩn bị sẵn sàng cùng Vivian tham dự buổi tiệc chưa? Chuẩn bị xong rồi. Vậy tôi đi gặp Burton trước, xác nhận là ta không có dự gì trên xe, còn phải tên đại nhân 5 phút sau đến là được, như vậy sẽ an toàn hơn. Rồi đi trước 5 phút sau với gửi tin nhắn sẽ nhận không có vấn đề gì. Bây giờ đi gặp quấy thôi. Và đẩy, ok. Cô Banshee, vị này là... Hả? Sao vậy? Hả? Tôi nghĩ giờ nhất định quá. Tôi không nhớ người làm gì. Chuyện này bạn đang bị tiệc cùng tôi nghe nói, và thực ra đã có nhiều người tài giỏi ngoài lớp, nên tôi muốn đến làm quen bạn. Các anh không nhỏ nhẹ tới mức không cho dẫn người đi cùng đấy chứ? Tất nhiên là không rồi. Đã là người bạn của cô Vivian là khách quý của tôi. Mời hai vị lên xe, tài xế của tôi sẽ đưa hai vị đến bến cảng cho chuyện đổi thuyền cao tốc đến dinh thự. một tiếng sau cuối cùng đến được vinh dự gia tộc Ravenlock. Với chỉ tiêu của Burton đã vượt qua được nhiều lớp bảo vệ, cuối cùng đến được sạch tiệt.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion.
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal.
So, do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting... Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach.
Okay.
As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you.
Người có tập trên gia tộc Ravenlock có tay nhọn hết rồi. Thấy ông này cũng tay nhọn nhọn, mắt đỏ đỏ này.
I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Ok. Burton vội vã rời đi, Raven ở bên cạnh dường như thở phào nhẹ nhõm.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
Raven có dáng vẻ của một đại tiểu thư.
You always manage to surprise me. You sent him off with just a few words. If I were him, I'd think you were a powerful noble lady.
It's just some techniques Hugo taught me. Like that dessert I mentioned. It means I want them to offer more if they want to come to an accord. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
Đưa ra hành động thì kết quả.
All right. I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
Xin rõ dữ. Theo kế hoạch, sau khi rời khỏi sảnh bữa tiệc cùng Raven đi sâu vào trong dinh thự, bỗng sang bèn thấy một phòng làm việc. Bèn tìm thấy một phòng làm việc của ông Mạnh để nhảy cửa. Việc liền mở ra.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Tiền bạc nữa cái đây còn trước đã.
The security outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside. Just in case, though, let's go.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Quan trọng bây giờ là điều tra văn phòng của Hartman.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid.
Chia ra hành động.
Let's split up.
Đúng lúc chống rút sau bàn làm việc.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate Vivian, Phaethon. Give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Chiếu vào bàn làm việc, tiếng súng của mày vâng, tiếng kèm theo tiếng va chạm lạnh đẹp. Rồi, dấu Phật cất lên.
The bullet. How?
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another? You can just tell me what you want to say
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon?
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of my dear uncle. Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else... Why do you look so... You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes. And do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course. If things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
No, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me that...
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird,
It seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was all. He's probably figured that out by now. Right.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better...
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, You left the sacrifice core to Hartman.
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them.
Diễn kịch cũng hay.
Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me, although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened. But it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss. Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffered, of course. I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet?
Còn heo pit có vẻ như vô khai là mấy. Sex mua thằng Phúc đang ngồi xuống chiếc ghế trong một toilet chi chẳng có chối bạn không ạ.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my...
Đây là con nghe về cảnh đàm phán bên trong phòng nghị viện. Vì đã nghĩ ra cách này ta đã chứ biết ngồi vào rượu vang đó. Từ đó về sau mỗi lần vô nhau đó chụp ít thuốc. Đó là họ sẽ còn cố gắng mồi thông tin quan trọng.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to... The good news is he gave me a very low dosage. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. The bad news is that currently when I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body... And that's exactly what's happening now. So, I will lock myself in this room. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. So, I can't. Come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and away.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
It's all your fault. I wish I had never given birth to you. Everything will get better if you die. He'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
Who are you?
I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self. You want to kill her, don't you? Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing, why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood.
Yes, I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very But I won't kill her because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family without you. Does it not torment you? Kill her.
But now, well...
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice.
Chuyện chính mình cho nó tự thoát ra. Bây giờ bị cái mẹ chàng nói chuyện thì kiếp.
Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about... You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, but rather my weak, powerless past. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot, and that me is you. So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this. Your pretty words mean nothing.
I see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek! I'm already hiding! You'll find me, right? Like you always do!
Serena.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me. Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer. Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why? Hugo, are you lost? Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
Ước chừng anh từng chút một, thế nhưng khi sống đạt đến đỉnh điểm, mọi xung quanh bỗng trở nên không thành một lời, đột nhiên im bặt thay vào đó là sự tĩnh lặng nặng nề. Như dừng lại vào giây phút này, chỉ còn tiếng tim đập vội và vang vọng trong sự tĩnh lặng.
I told you that you would eventually return.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you.
Of course. I know.
Yes, your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family, unfortunately. It was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame as well. And your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the...
My brothers and sisters wanted...
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. And so,
They tried to kill me. Many times. But I was...
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target. And pinned those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could yet. Not only did...
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to. You found a perfect opportunity thereafter. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Here you go again. Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people, don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the Long.
They died by Hartman's hand, dying in the power struggle to become...
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power, is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse written into the Ravenlock family's genes.
Don't forget, my dear.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins.
Ok, mình tiếp tục một người.
Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule.
Trời tối, học nhận một chút. Sợ phiền hạ chết. Chỉ có cái mạnh nhất xứng đáng được sống.
This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me.
Is that fear, Isaac?
I won't.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, so do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. Admitted, deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to it, and I.
Đâu có chung gì thôi. Sao mẹ mới để mình lừa dữ vậy? 3 câu thoại cho một câu duy, 3 câu thoại lặp lại liên tục, một câu thoại lặp lại 3 lần. Okay.
Lycon. Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you. Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over. Right?
Tại sao lại làm trái lời thề của chúng ta? Tại sao lại lợi dụng tôi? Thôi, cả tôi chân này nữa, đều. Anh biết không, bây giờ giống hệt như cha anh vậy.
I don't want to hear something. You have no idea what that man, my father, is.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so to seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the...
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces. So, the one who killed innocents was...
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make. And you used it. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge.
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycon, the other me, hidden deep I've been waiting for you, my dear.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place. Even to...
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no... We are ultimately one and the same.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding. Didn't deny... Because you realized that deep down, some people live only to bring more suffering into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before, to slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. You can save more people. Save good people.
I've spent countless hours in regret of...
So why not submit to your true nature?
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so... Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it? Or are you going
Ý là
to
xây dựng
follow
dần
like
nói nhảm quá, chừng quá đất
the
của
logic?
nội ơi. Nó nói nhảm dữ thần luôn á. Tôi coi cả anime nhiều mà tôi đâu có screen như thế cỡ này. Nói chuyện dông dài mà kiểu như câu giờ ấy.
This whole scheme of faking your death. If, of course, you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing, you stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. That's why you are incapable of but remember, and we are children born from hatred. We are different. Come, let me show you what...
But you are me, and I'll never lose to myself.
Đoán chơi xem.
Think about all the injustice you've suffered. If you choose to forgive, you're betraying yourself. You know that.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
Chữ thế.
You're just afraid to admit it. You're too scared to face your true self and what you truly desire. Out of my way.
Tự solo chính mình em vui. Lúc chuyện này chơi cũng được, cái thường tên chơi cũng được. Thôi là đánh khó đó thì bạn nào combo quá khó đó.
You think you can just get rid of me? Without me, you are nothing.
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
Fancy words won't change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen, when it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred.
Kết thúc bài tờ, kết thúc đấu tranh nội tâm. Đấu tranh nội tâm lâu. Giống như Chigo trong Bleach á, còn mẹ nó đánh nhau cái thằng Holo trong thậm chí nữa mấy ngày rồi.
It's time. Hugo. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise from me, my dearest partner. This is just like what I saw in my dream. Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
So, im lặng lúc cuối cùng quan hết mấy cái sô-cô-la đó.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. Either way, thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Nghĩa là cái kế hoạch ám sát của cha đó không phải là kế hoạch nữa mà là vô tình dọc vậy. Rồi cha nó bị ám sát nó không đánh tay.
Just going a bit crazy but I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself... You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me?
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before.
Oh... You mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird. All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltus fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And, well then, Thank you for your assistance, former partner.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with the...
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Không ta bằng cách nào. Tuy là con ngoại gia thú nhưng trên người tôi có huyết thống trực hệ của những nhà gia tộc rừng quanh trung vì Edmund này luôn tin rằng huyết thống trực hệ luôn cao quý hơn huyết thống bên nhánh, thật là được sụt, cho nên tôi chân thích để dùng sự ngạo mạn của hắn. Bên ngoài tôi còn cung cấp thông tin đặc biệt để trao đổi với những kẻ hiện đại này. Những thông tin này liên quan tới chim nhại nên không tiện nói cho người ngoài biết. Độ quy tế trong một của ngài thị trưởng Hồng Lanh trời cũng coi là vậy. Mức độ an ninh ở đó rất cao nên tôi cần lợi dụng Tết để có được nhiều thông tin. Anh biết tớ được bố trí không ít nội gián bên cạnh nghệ trưởng của anh. Anh đặt tế lên sàn tới dùng hỏi ca tụng ra. Anh biết họ chắc chắn muốn thứ này. Đúng vậy, tôi đã tham ô cái tay chiếc áo vàng dũng sĩ đó trong chúng với nhau, không phải sao? Mọi đứa mà gu thẩm mỹ của anh. Tôi nghe nói sau kết buổi đấu giá đó, số tiền thu về đã kiểm tra ra một đúng đến lên di giả. Nó thoải mái nhưng tôi tin vẫn thích lưu động hơn trong tầm mạng của đám người thường đẳng đó. Sau đó tìm đường hết phát mà làm sáng để lấy được nhiều thông tin liên quan đến quỹ tế mọi ca tụng, gửi thư cảnh báo cho thị trường cho chính quyền lý do chính đáng để hành động. Ok, phân tích chính xác đúng là hiện tại. Cuối cùng anh chọn cách giả chết để bản thân thoát khỏi vòng xoáy, đồng thời lợi dụng biểu hiện này để chuyển sự chú của mọi người với hạt mang tại dân tộc Ravenlock để kiềm chế hành động của mọi ca tụng. Không đúng, nếu chuyện vậy sao bạn để cho đợi chính mình nữa để tránh khỏi đặt. Vậy còn đúng là tôi có chuyện giấu anh. Trên thực tế tôi và người đi đã được thỏa thuận hợp tác gì cơ. Tôi và đi chứng đã đạt được thỏa sự thống nhất mục tiêu ngăn chặn mọi ca tụng. Tuy nhiên thể coi hợp tác. Điều anh suy nghĩ là tại sao ông ta không nói cho anh biết chuyện này. Chắc ngài cũng có suy nghĩ của riêng mình. Anh tiếp tục, anh có thể thuyết phục bản thân là được nếu một ngày đó về chim nhại cũng có thể đến tôi. Tôi sẽ tự cho một cách đàng hoàng. Rồi nói đến đây thôi, chúng ta còn việc quan trọng cần phải làm. Mọi tưởng lâu vậy, chắc là tiếng mà thật bây giờ.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family too. Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
Quá, có người đến cứu chúng ta rồi. Cảm ơn mọi người. Không có gì để nói đấm. Các sẽ người vừa tháo chạy khi ta bị anh không. Họ đều là kẻ lừa đảo. Và vì nó đưa chúng ta công việc cao như đây. Và một với họ dụng có kiếm toàn đưa chúng đây nào nào kẹt. Thuốc. Cái này thì không có công số người kia hiểu rồi. Đó chân anh. Từ đây có lối ra, mọi người tranh thủ khỏi đi. Cảm ơn các vị rất nhiều. Em vô cái cứu những người còn lại. Anh hãy thật đẹp. Rồi thì ông quay rồi không có đánh kiếm được ấy, nhưng mà tôi không có. Giờ tôi cũng có lên rồi, thấy hơi thừa. Giờ thừa băng vậy bắt nhái có đi với lại lên con rồi giờ lại trong tầm kiểm soát thôi, tôi đi content những mượt không cần.
More workers here. And
ok, đi chậm. Thực ra chúng ta đang có vấn đề rồi, con có tâm lý cùng hay lắm. Đi khá nhanh chắc không biết toàn tâm cái gì trước thì ra tao quay mà nó cúp rồi, cái chẳng cúp luôn tại mọi người đã cúp rồi. Ba tiếng đi buổi tối tôi tận mai quay tối đang mát mẻ sợ mai nóng rồi quên.
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
Okay.
The common. All we have to do is follow you into the hollow for some simple tasks and...
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking...
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the hollow disaster.
It's the same for me. A serious illness.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious.
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family...
Don't worry, you'll get every dinny you were promised. But before we start, you all...
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers, and the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before. Look, this is good stuff, all right? I don't...
Exactly. You'll be... You have to take it before we continue. Of course, you won't...
Lycon, what are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about...
Now is not the right time. As
I said many years ago, you can't exploit...
So that's how you...
If that's not what you want me to think, then
All right. It's a little complicated, but of course, it's your choice. But if you try to...
I trust you.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycon.
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team. Your legs? How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight.
Let the party begin.
God damn it. Who the hell are you?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a
The family's honor comes above all.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these.
I don't have a choice.
You always have a choice. if you're willing to act. All right, let's end the small talk. Don't worry, Lycon. I didn't hit them too hard.
How's that? My acting's pretty good.
As always. I'll leave the rest to you.
Okie dokie.
Okay, now can you tell me exactly?
As you can see, that worker. The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets outside of this batch, but rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development.
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sometimes I wonder if you...
Then I have one last question.
The truth is, I heard everything before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called...
When he told me you might go down the wrong path?
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? You know there's no way. Besides, back then, if...
Jack,
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location. Lycon? That incident back then, it was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was hard. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. And even before that, even now, I still think... But I no longer care to personally deliver that...
You...
I know we may never agree on that point. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered... So I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father.
You've changed. But I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too. I still disagree with Jack's words. And I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right. But I will also...
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it,
It was just an accident. Not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god. There are many things that we are powerless to change. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
I'm glad you think that way.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do. To witness the end of Ravenlock.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard! Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can...
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic. Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at...
On behalf of TOPS, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. TOPS is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective...
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the
Thief? I'm the name people whisper about. The one. I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who'd. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have.
You flatter me. Same goes for you. You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me. I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to. In any case, if you were in the same position, Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should also. Wise. Thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important
Did you know about Hugo's plan to fake his death and everything?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste.
You two sure are,
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds, and so the Exaltists don't do this. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice, although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
Putting aside the sacrifice for now, Hartman's...
The real core has always been...
Here? In Lord Phaethan's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give...
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it.
How about our dear Proxy take out that pendant so we... I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed, since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people.
Yes. And we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
All right. That's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something. Landon's stash should be somewhere nearby. I did some digging. Some of the missing workers were brought here too. What? Can't handle it? Dina's getting ready to make her move.
Don't worry, we'll clear them out. They're trying to destroy the goods! Stop them!
Allow me to reap your soul. We need to... Some of the serum is stored in this warehouse.
Touch me, fool. Don't touch me.
You're not taking anything from here! Hugo, get the guards first. You just stepped into your own grave!
Oh, what a coincidence.
Fools.
Feeding to your nightmare. Truth is a beloved fairy tale.
Not worth my time.
Say no more.
Let order and madness dance.
Out of my way! the dawn that sets the world alight.
More of Landon's serum survives. Fortunately, since they're still here, and
There's likely a lot more stashed around here, and we have yet to locate the missing. Our actions here won't go unnoticed. Perhaps they're making plans to deal with us on their.
with Landon and Dina's concoctions combined, she may be capable of creating a sacrifice that obeys.
How about we split up? Hugo and Lycon will destroy what remains.
Very well. Let's go with your plan. According to Camille, she's absolutely obsessed with complete. Let's part ways here for now. And perhaps the other manager could use Eos to guide us.
Sure. I've been feeling way better these past few days, so...
It's only now that I realize how fortunate we are to have two Lord Faithins.
Yeah, but I feel like our work's doubled. In the past, Wise and I would only ever work on the same...
Greater power means more responsibility. And in any case, I'm sure the mayor would be able to provide double compensation.
I will request additional compensation from the mayor.
It's not about compensation. It's just... I'm still not used to us being separated in the Hollow. Oh, but I have no doubt in your abilities.
This is the future I saw, Lord Pathan. I'm sorry. This time, I will make sure the future I saw does. I don't want to bring you misfortune. That's all I wish for. Fool. Leave this to me, Lord Phaethon. Who dares get between me and Lord Phaethon? Lord Phaethon just saw that. Lord Phaethon, there might be more serum here.
How dare you steal from Lady Dina!
I'll try to go easy on you. No promises. Fool. There are containers by the fissure.
Waiting. Okay.
It must have been tough for you to find Vivian. If you had stayed out of it, I wouldn't be so eager.
Those people have been taken to safety. You're all out of options.
They're just mere test subjects. There will always be people consumed by greed, in any case.
Dina, you deceived those people. They didn't come willingly to you.
Deceived? Father gave hope to those who had everything taken from them. Vivian, you once rejoiced before Father took you in. You were no more than an... It was Father who gave you... Do you remember the first time you bestowed a blessing under Father's guidance? That was the first time you felt hope. Don't forget that it was Father who threw what you... And you basked in Father's attention, and do you think that by leaving the Exalted... Of course not. Those who suffered under the Hollows will only Do you really think you're some sort... In the end, You're just an ungrateful brat. Not everyone wants to live in false hope, Dina. You say it's because of greed that people willingly become your sacrifices. Perhaps those people aren't entirely virtuous, but that greed is just wanting to live a better life. What you and Landon have done was never about giving people hope, but exploiting it. Stop lying to yourself. Deep down, you know what Landon did was cruel. No. Back then, when Landon wanted to inject you with the serum, I saw it all clearly. If all of this is as righteous as you claim, then why did you make such an expression, Dina? Don't look at me with such pity! Father did nothing wrong. All of this is to make something of the Hollows other than— Dina, it's not too late to stop. You know what would happen if a sacrifice It's not the Hollows that are to blame for those, but the hope you keep talking about. That will cause more That is merely the necessary sacrifice to accomplish a greater goal. No one deserves to be a sacrifice. Your hypocritical magnanimity disgusts me. I can always go and get more test subjects if they've escaped. And I will be able to— With you gone, I'll be able to complete Father's gift. Camille, release the failed subject.
Lady Dina.
Camille, are you going to do what you did before? You keep saying you'll follow the Creator.
Lady Dina, the Hollows took my family from me. I understand that there's no way to get back what I've lost. It was Lord Landon who took— One day, Hollows will no longer be disaster. I look forward to the day when this— I watched you grow up, and I know that you've all— And I destroyed that hope. I know the pain of loss. I want to atone. But Dina, I don't want to ruin more— Vivian is right. Not everyone wants to live in false hope. So, please—
Camille, are you abandoning—
I'm not abandoning you.
The point of no return.
No, Dina. I'll be your way back.
Where are you going, Camille?
I made a deal with Hugo and the mayor. If someone needs to take the— I've been forcing Landon's only daughter, Dina, to research how to create sacrifice. I colluded everything, Dina, since I've kept her captive for so long.
No, I refuse, Camille.
Dina, I'm going to dispose—
I won't allow it. You'll die. I won't allow it. You've always followed my order.
It wasn't your order. My younger sister, who was stolen from me by— When Landon told me the Creator could bring me hope, I was certain, then and there, that this was the hope the Creator had given me. Start over, Dina. You still have so long, so much time.
That's not what I want.
Goodbye, Dina. And I'm sorry, Vivian. I'll leave.
Let's take out these ethereals first. We can't let Camille's efforts go to waste. Let's go after Dina, Lord Phaethon.
Are you satisfied now, You were the one who brought yourself to this point. You're saying this is all my fault. I wish you had never. At first, when Father brought— There are so many Exaltists. Yes, but when Father brought you back, I was also so happy the first time you took my place because it meant you were different from all those. But soon, I grew jealous. You took the attention that should have belonged.
It's only because of my ability that
I know, but of course, I was terrified that one day, I knew if that day ever came, And when that day did come,
Tina, you knew everything about what. And why didn't you tell me back then? If I had known earlier.
because it's the only thing that makes me more special than it proves I had Father's trust. With Vivian, you said you wandered without a home. You were happy to gain recognition, but in the end, you discovered you were being used. Then, what about all I ever had? I've never known a life outside of the only purpose. I've never been taught it is what little value. In the end, you took even that from. You think you're doing good and fighting evil. But have you ever wondered?
I never wanted to hurt you. You were also my first
Nói cái lời vô nghĩa này vậy.
and that's
Mẹ
why I
nó.
wanted to save you back then.
Kiểu những câu giờ ông có thấy. Tôi nghe nó mệt. Mẹ nghe nó khó chịu á. Tôi muốn vô giật đầu hay quỷ nè. Lại với ông tôi muốn vô giật đầu hay quỷ nè.
Save me? You and Camille all talk about saving me. Why don't you understand?
Tina, you can start over. Let's leave the Hollow together. There are so many amazing places, okay, Tina?
Vivian, I can't forgive you. I have nothing left. I won't apologize, Vivian. I don't want to hate myself.
Sao lại phải thục não trong việc nó sẽ tới kết cục này? Mẹ nó ngu sao?
And hate Camille for leaving me. That's just the kind of person I am. Hate Vivian. I will keep hating you. I will take all who are precious. I will also hate Camille. So I won't do as she wished. Vivian, if I had never...
Lord Phaethon, please do not interfere. She was my first friend. I'm going to bid her farewell.
Nhắm rồi sự. Rồi và mấy kế hoạch là làm cái gì trong khi tụi nó chết hết. Nghe nó làm sao nữa. Tôi không có thương cảm, tí cái thương cảm này cho bọn này. Nghe ngu ngu á. Tôi không hề có chút thương xót nào cho mấy cái ngu chết rồi.
Notice me, Lord Phaethon.
Vivian, behind you!
What happened? What the...
Vivian!
Lies, don't come near me. This is my own choice. I will change the fate I saw.
Vivian!
I just want you to remember me when I looked my best.
Vivian! Careful. Vivian, your body...
I'm sorry you had to see me like this, but I don't want to be the one that only brings misfortune anymore.
No. There's got to be another way.
It's so warm, and the night is beautiful.
Vivian? No. It can't end like this.
Được gì á? Ngược lại nha. Chắc là thanh tẩy được. Cho tôi nhớ tới nhà lữ hành thanh tẩy được trực sâu quá vậy. Mà thanh tẩy ai chết chuyện đấy.
Wise. Wise. Wise, you're finally awake.
I'm at the store. I remember I was with Vivian. Wait, she injected herself with Landon's serum. Is she okay?
Hugo and Lycon brought you out of the hollow. You scared me to death. Thank goodness you woke up. And you said Vivian used the serum on herself? But she looked fine to me, bar a couple of scratches. Do you remember what happened?
The situation was dire, so Vivian used the serum on herself to defeat... I can't describe exactly what happened. I saw something blurry, but I don't know exactly what I did, but then I lost consciousness.
When I let Hugo and Lycon there, it was just you and Vivi. Let's put that aside for now. Do you feel any discomfort, Wise?
I'm a bit dizzy, but otherwise, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Phew, that's good. You should rest for tonight. Hugo and Vivian said they'll come over tomorrow, so we can just...
Okay. Sorry for worrying you, Belle.
Rồi lại trong chuyến không spare bất cứ âm thanh kỳ lạ nào. Không mộng mị cho tới sáng. Khi thức dậy không lâu thì Vivian Hugo lại còn đã đến tìm băng hành.
Lord Phaethon! How are you feeling? No headaches? Leg pains? Heart palpitations? Loss of appetite?
Vivian?
I was just so worried. Sorry. Anyway, Lord Phaethon, I'm so glad you're okay. What happened?
Không phải lỗi của Vivian.
Things were dire, and you did what you had to. Plus, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here now.
So what happened? Wise said he saw the crystallization process start, but I didn't see anything through EOS. Hugo? Lycon? Did he...
Allow me to explain. Miss Vivian told us what happened after she awoke. Based on the results, Miss Vivian indeed shows mild corruption sequela. But if the crystallization process had already started, the lingering effects should be far more severe.
Lúc này xuất hiện cách chỉ không.
To be precise, if the process had already reached the point of... So, the mayor theorizes that it was the etheric energy within Master Proxy's body that affected Vivian's condition and the surrounding etheric particles. Essentially, corruption is a reaction between the etheric particles inside the body and in the surrounding environment. Therefore, it's not necessarily irreversible, just that currently our main...
năng lượng ether boson.
I'm having a hard time believing that, even if it's coming from you, Lycon.
Master Proxy, you are special. This is a gift your teacher left you.
Điều đó có liên quan đến thầy tôi sao?
A gift from our teacher. How come I never knew about it?
I don't know all the details, so I cannot explain everything. However, Miss Yixuan, she will visit you sometime soon. So please feel free to ask her any questions you may have.
Okay.
She has quite an eccentric personality. If she causes you any inconvenience...
Tôi có thể tìm anh để khiếu nại cô ấy không?
Can I file a complaint about her with you if she does?
Master Proxy, you have always been a people person.
Ngược lại càng lo lắng hơn.
The way you said that just makes me more worried.
In any case, the mayor has asked me to give everyone his most sincere gratitude. Unfortunately, the mayor could not come personally, but has promised everyone a favor. Provided it's within his means, he will offer his unconditional assistance once. There is no time limit on this favor.
Được, cái này không giới hạn.
Unconditional, What if I wanted his position as
If that is what you desire, then the mayor and his subordinates will be first in line to vote for you in the next. As for the other votes, you'll have to work for them on your. But should you assume office, I hope you take full responsibility for handling all day-to-day matters and lead by example. By sheer happenstance, the mayor has provided you with a copy of his current assignment: the city waste sorting and old fox.
Well, can I request more faith?
The mayor imagined you might ask. I have prepared all the necessary documents, and the ceremony expenses will be covered by the mayor as a gift. But this matter requires mutual consent and cannot involve.
Stop! I would never do that to Lord Fabian. Probably. At least not today.
As for you, Master Proxies, the mayor has some sense of
Đợi
what
cưới
you
luôn hả? Dữ
desire.
vậy?
That he hopes you might speak with Miss Yixuan first before you decide the timing of that favor.
Nhưng mà Vivian cẩn thận với con vợ kia lên cơn đấy. Ok, gặp Di Xuân giải quyết hỗ trợ. Phú và lấy con vật như hồi xưa. Vivian ngồi cạnh với mặt áo tên phản. Hương thơm từ tìm bên cạnh lại bay tới. Những máy ở chuyện đề của LC từ cửa hàng điện phục viện sinh hay may mắn này. Thời gian không ngừng trôi đi nhưng vẫn có mọi người bên cạnh. Sau khi mọi người cùng nhau dùng bữa, Hugo lại con viên và bèn tạm biệt và rời đi. Như cái Android đó mà Lycon nói. Còn nói đây món quà của thầy đạt để tâm. Cứ cảm thấy sau này nhất định có chuyện trọng đại xảy ra. Thầy già không được không nghĩ nữa. Anh vừa mới bị phục lại đôi chút và phải nghỉ ngơi thật tốt. Chuyện sau này để sau này hắn nói. Lần đầu nghỉ ngơi. Ok. Để coi được nhiều phim màu để tôi vô con luôn. Ok. Không phải suy nghĩ nhiều dập đổ và mệt mỏi khi chìm vào trong giấc mộng. Ok, ngủ rồi. Ok. Nếu được tiếp tục sống chung với quỷ tế những bạn chìm ẩn chưa bao giờ chấm dứt câu chuyện nói rất xa xôi bí ẩn Beans để đặc sắc nhưng hãy trân trọng mỗi tối dù là hiện tại quá khứ vì chúng ta trở thành kỷ niệm vô giá trong tương lai. Ok. Được cái thưởng. Thế sẽ được thưởng. Câu chuyện là đại diện. Ok, nhận một bộ. Đây phim màu cũng không hẳn là tệ đâu. Top 11. Có tới hoàng 2 rồi. Có chuyện với Bell, còn chuyện với Bell. Chơi chứ. Ok. Bell mà. Bell đây nè, anh vô. Đi xuống tìm anh, cái mặt cô ấy giống như những người tu luyện trong phim quay quanh sao? Đúng vậy. Đương nhiên rồi, lúc trước anh gặp anh và Vivian đã gặp phải Ether trong lỗ hổng, cô ấy đã ra tay giúp đỡ. Bell nhớ trước đây thì tụi nó cấp thử sau đó điều tra tất nhiên khả năng thích nghi Ether không? Đi Xuân chính là điều tra viên mà thị trường nó cử đến. Ra vậy chẳng trách em thấy cái chất cô ấy khá đặc biệt. Nghe theo cô ấy, phong thủy của tiệm rất tốt, hơn là ngoại xá một nơi đất lành, thức tầm sinh sống nghe rất có lý, thật không? Đương nhiên, vẻ mặt cô ấy rất nghiêm túc, không giống như đang định nọ em. Vừa rồi, khi cô ấy đến, anh không có ở đây. Vốn định giữ cô ấy ở tiệm ngồi chờ. Cô ấy nói, muốn đi vào anh đây, tham quan xung quanh, đợi anh rảnh rồi nói chuyện chính. Thôi, anh quay có thời gian đi xung quanh tìm cô ấy đi. Bây giờ phải nói chuyện xong mới kết thúc được. Okay.
I did not expect that such a spiritual entity would exist here. It appears the street is a geomantic gem.
Đây là
A spiritual entity? His name is Howl, and I guess you could count him.
No, I was simply a bit surprised. It's rare to find such an intelligent
Đừng xem thường Husky.
Even huskies can be really smart, like Howl.
You're right. Yet, being overly intelligent comes at a price. It must stay here for prolonged periods. However, it seems quite happy. We've strayed a bit off topic. Since you're back, let's discuss our partnership.
Ok, Di Xuân nhẹ vuốt đầu Hao sau khi nhét đồng viên vào hòm tiền của nó, liền trở về tìm màn hình.
Nice job. Good air circulation, excellent layout. Your bamboo here are also very energetic. It seems your fortune is good when it comes to wealth.
Huh. You even know feng shui? I'm happy to hear that. But who exactly are you?
I suppose this is our first official meeting since parting ways in the Hollow. Now that both of you are present, hello, my name is Yi Xuan, a mystic from Yunhui Summit.
Người tu tập Vân Quy Sơ.
Mystic? Like those people in movies who can tell your fortune and go around. But what's Yuen?
Just an ordinary sect of the mystic arts. Our disciples travel all across New Eridu and sometimes collaborate with authorities. Currently, I'm affiliated with the Hollow Investigative Association. Right now, however, I'm here to discuss a partnership in the name of the Mayflowers.
Của Mayflower. Hiệp hội điều tra lỗ hổng. Đang đồng nghiệp. Tưởng gì đồng nghiệp thôi mà. Nội dung tag là gì?
So, what sort of partnership are...
I have reviewed the documents provided by the Mayflowers. You previously underwent an implant surgery. After recent adjustments, abnormalities occurred. These abnormalities bear resemblance to the craft practiced by us at Yunhui Summit.
Vân Quy Sơ.
If you are willing, I can teach you how to better control your abilities.
Better control my abilities. That sounds great, but there's no such thing as a free lunch.
That's right. Mayflower will have you join me for some investigations. Looking at my divination results, this will be... He's still going over the details, but should have more information for you soon. You can wait until then to decide.
Okay. Okay.
Please help me check. Here's my paw.
I've looked it over, and your fortune is decent.
Uh-huh. You barely looked at it, and you're already...
You have good fortune.
Next, it's my turn.
So this is where you were.
You're here, Wise? I decided to take a break. Don't worry. I need no more than a simple spell to solve. Fortune-telling services is 10,000 dennies per... All gone? Good. It seems the Banish Wealth and Desire spell...
Banish wealth and desire? That's a spell? This isn't the kind of craft you said you were...
Of course not. This is just a trick to... I'll take my time showing you the true craft of Yunhui Summit. For now, look...
Nói mặt gửi tin nhắn không được. Hãy đưa chiếu sự sửa xem. Rồi giúp nó kiểm tra trước đã. Ok. Tuyến không muốn sửa chữa thì ok. Ok. Tao thấy thầm đó. Được. Được. Ok. Lại là cái trò chơi xe bánh răng này. Còn trò gì mới hay không? Đây là giác ngộ trong truyền thuyết rồi. Thật là ok.
Yishuan Shifu, the store's right up ahead.
Từ này.
Yeah. Ah, this is the one.
Như vẫn chưa mở cửa.
Seems it's closed. Another wasted trip.
Not necessarily. One second, please.
Bước trước cái tiệm gọi nhà ba cái truyện nhớ một tờ giấy vào khe cửa. Nói sao không học tiếng chơi đưa cho Di Xuân thứ gì đó. Cô có người sao?
Huh? Is there someone inside?
Relax. The boss prefers to do business with people they know. They like their peace and quiet, so they rarely open for customers. I'm an old acquaintance and just wanted to retrieve something.
Kiểu kinh doanh thật kỳ lạ.
What a strange private business. Shifu, what exactly are you retrieving?
Just some things needed for our future investigations. You'll know in time.
Ok, vậy sao?
Really? Shifu, I feel like you're always so mysterious.
Rest assured, I'm not hiding anything from you. It's simply because the correct time has not yet arrived, so there's no need to rush. Since we've already obtained what we came for, let's part ways here.
Okay.
There will be plenty of time in the future. We will certainly meet again.
Về nhà thôi. Bọn em đang chờ vậy đây. Dạo này hay hò. Cái rất thuận lợi. Rất thuận lợi, hành động của sư phụ khá độc đáo. Có lẽ đây là phong cách của người tu tập. Và vậy à, anh Quai, cảm giác của sư phụ. Di Xuân có đáng tin không? Tôi được phân thuật nghe giống như phim vậy. Chẳng lẽ chúng ta có về dùng bùa chú hành Opitero dùng pháp thuật khống chế họ. Thực tế trong phim là hư cấu, nhưng Hoa Trương chắc chắn có thể không Hoa Trương, nhưng có lẽ sư phụ chúng ta đâu có thật là tên sức mạnh thần bí trong đó. Vậy em này phán đó em tin tưởng quá nói và nàng hơn mà em luôn cảm thấy thì trưởng trọng hướng dẫn chúng ta chắc có lý do riêng của mấy. Sư phụ Di Xuân nói thì trưởng nhờ chúng ta hỗ trợ với điều tra cũng không biết cụ thể là gì. Tóm lại cứ để thông tin tiếp theo. Chuyện này không gấp. Dạo này anh bận rộn suốt, chi bằng tranh thủ thời gian này nghỉ ngơi đi. Đặc biệt chắc là học sơ thôi, chẳng có gì. Ok, từng tụ hả? Việc
Thank you.